Hello, great people. Welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. The issue of power rotation or zoning of power, especially when it comes to presidency, has caused a lot of issues in the country, as the Northerners are not ready to let go of power and they believe that they can make use of their numerical capacity, to win back the position of presidency, while the Southerners believe that there had been an unwritten agreement that after the North, it should be the South. Now, one of the renowned politicians and a former Speaker of the House of Representatives has disclosed why the Northerners are bent on electing another president come 2023 from the Northern region. In another vein, there had been a widespread allegation, called an allegation because it's coming from a source yet unknown, that Tinubu had snubbed Osinbajo, which most people believe is traceable to the plans of Osinbajo becoming the president of Nigeria, though he has not come out yet to tell Nigerians. We are going to look at the scenario that led to Tinubu snubbing Osinbajo. But before we do that, if you're not subscribed, kindly hit the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you get notification anytime we publish our videos. A former Speaker of House of Representatives, Umar has said many Northerners consider the years so far spent by President Muhammadu Buhari in office as a waste. He noted that Buhari fell as a leader because he is highly opinionated, saying it led to the build-up of frictions in the country. Naba stated this during an interview with Trust TV. According to the former speaker, Southerners are not the only one not happy with Buhari's government. Northerners are equally displeased. Within the North today, the idea of many people that the presidency must shift to another region is not a welcome idea, because the feeling of many people is that the years of this president is a waste. They have not gained anything from it. So why should anybody even talk to them about zoning when they believe they have the numerical strength to elect another person? But why you should even elect another president from the North is more surprising for this kind of scenario to continue. He said Buhari's failure to consult with people contributed to the problem. According to him, he said, you cannot run a country in a manner that suggests you are highly opinionated. And this opinionating has nothing to do with the people. If it has to do with the people and their welfare and their feelings, I think it's okay. He said, he continued again and said this. He said, when I was the Speaker of the House of Representatives, we had a caucus. That caucus used to meet every Monday, 30 of us, no consultation. Since he suggests that he works alone, we become president or whatever not, because we have the monopoly of wisdom. Nobody has it. I want to take that again. He said here, he said, when I was a Speaker of the House of Representatives, we had a caucus. That caucus used to meet every Monday, 30 of us, no consultations. Since he suggests that he works alone, we become president or whatever not, because we have the monopoly of wisdom. Nobody has it. And in another development, the battle for 2023 general election is getting stronger daily as strong politicians express interest in running for presidency. There had been speculation that there is a rift between the national leader of the All Progressive Congress, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and the Vice President of Nigeria, Yemi Osinbajo, due to their desire to take over from President Muhammadu Buhari in 2023. It's no longer hidden that Osinbajo failed to visit Tinubu during his medical vacation in London, and upon his return to the country, the likes of President Buhari, Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State, Umar Ganduje of Kano State, and many others had visited him in London. A source that disclosed that the APC leader snubbed the vice president during his medical vacation in London. Essentially, Osinbajo arrived London to attend a conference and then see Tinubu. As he arrived, he was supposed to see Tinubu the next morning, but Tinubu left town by 6 a.m. the next morning to avoid seeing him. Even Adeboye, general overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Pastor Umar Adeboye, had arrived a day earlier and they planned to see Tinubu, the source said. The source noted that Osinbajo has to make up his mind after his failed bid to see Tinubu. Tinubu has rammed up his campaign and Osinbajo also wants to be president, and both cannot be president. So now the die is cast for the battle of his life. He has not decided to run, but a lot of people are mobilizing him to run. Wow. Now let's look at the first news, talking about the reason why the Northerners do not want the issue of zoning to take place, that the period President Muhammadu Buhari became president, it was a total waste. And the big question is, so what do we do about it? They gave you a turn and you messed up your turn, and you're now trying to say that we cannot allow any other person to come in. I mean, that does not even hold water. It doesn't hold water. Looking at the situation of things already, Rewa Youth Consultative Forum had already given their promise to Ahmed Tinubu that they want him, they are going to do everything within their power to ensure that he comes into office. And even when they inaugurated, I think the committee that has to do with the campaign of Ahmed Tinubu in Abuja, if you notice, the chairman of the committee was actually a Northerner, an Arewa person. So it shows that the issue of zoning for most people has been concluded, and they wanted to come to the south, and some of them have already started making their choices. I mean, hearing this kind of thing from Naba, for me, it's not really helpful in any way. We are looking at a man who had run for 8 years here, or is going to run for 8 years. I think this is his 6th year. He's going to run for the next 2 years. You had an opportunity, if you saw his performance very dismal, ideally what you would have done would have been to ensure that in 2019 you rally around another Northerner to kick him out of office. But it didn't happen that way. The support was very huge. It was a landslide win, you understand. We had another Northerner who was competing and talking about the person of Atiku. And none of you deemed it necessary to vote Atiku into office. And now you are saying that 8 years given to Buhari was a waste. My brother, there's nothing you can do about it. The South must take it, because that is the ideal way of running things like this, especially in a multi-ethnic environment like Nigeria. You need to give everybody a chance, and even for the Yorubas who are striving to find themselves there. For me, I don't think it's really ideal, considering the fact that we also have the Ndibos. You know, though we know that there are a lot of things happening in the southeast, which most people believe that it should be strong enough not to allow them to, come on board. But then, hey, come to think of it, these guys have been around for as long as now, and they've been crying of marginalization for so long. But for you to deprive them, of an opportunity of being there, for me, it makes no deal of sense. They have the right, because they're part of us. They have the full right to, slot in someone to also lead Nigeria for the next 8 years. And unfortunately, the Yorubas are standing very strong, and it seems they're almost getting their way. Looking at the issue of this Tinubu snubbing the vice president, I don't want to make any comment about it because it's coming from an unknown source. So for me, it's just an allegation. But however, what do you think about that? Considering the fact that Tinubu is already on the tar, trying to run it out to ensure that he becomes the president. Let's interact in our comments.